Hey everybody, this is Coach Shank. I wanted to put a quick video together of some of my favorite exercises that you can do with a resistance band. I got this resistance band from EliteFTS.com. I highly recommend their bands. They're a pretty decent price, and these are some of the best bands that I've ever seen. But if you have a band at home, I'm going to go through. I have about 15 exercises, and you guys that know me know I'm a huge believer in band training. I think there's a lot of benefits, and obviously right now a lot of us are stuck at home with very minimal equipment. So if you've got a band, I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do at home as part of your daily routine. A lot of these exercises are harder than they look, so you'll be surprised at some of the benefits you can get from these bands. And then at the end of this, I'll go through our band stretching routine that we use for the football team. I'm a huge believer in that stretching routine, as well as I use it as part of my everyday routine. So, all right. First exercise is the band resisted push-up. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to X the band. You're going to loop your hands through. Okay. You want them around the mid palm. You don't want them around your thumb. You're going to put the band behind your back. Okay, mid back. Now, as a warm-up, you can do some standing presses. All right, that'll probably be pretty easy for some of you, but just to warm the triceps up. Okay, now just be careful getting down into the push-up position. Okay, and then from here you're going to do a push-up. Now really try to do these slow. Make sure I get a good lockout at the top. Really good exercise that helps strengthen your chest and triceps. Okay, next is a bent over row. Now, depending on the resistance you need, you might stand on one end of the band. You might stand on both. Okay? Make sure your feet are anchored underneath. You're going to row and squeeze. Make sure you get a good pause. I usually count 1001, 1002. Squeezing my back. Okay? Next is a shoulder press. We can do this with one arm or two. Okay? Put the band around. Alright, really good single arm exercise. Okay, I usually hit about 12 or 15 on each side. This is a little easier, but if you go 2 feet on the band, you can do a standing press. Again, that's a little easier than the single arm press, in my opinion. Okay, next is a banded curl. All right, now this is more like a hammer curl. Okay, again, if you need more resistance, widen your feet out. Get a good grip. Squeeze, 1, 2. Squeeze and pause. I usually do sets of 15 to 20 here. The key thing is get a good squeeze at the top, and you'll really feel it working your biceps and your forearms. Okay, next is an upright row. Again, same thing, widen your feet if you need to, add more resistance. Okay, you're going to pull up to your chin, back down nice and slow. 1001, 1002. Okay. The key thing with these bands is not to rush through the movement. Squeeze, nice and slow. Okay? Next, banded shrugs. Okay? For this one, I'm going to stand on both. Make sure I have a good hold on the bands. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to widen my feet a little bit. I'm going to shrug up. Again, we would want to do higher reps on this, with the big squeeze at the top. I usually do sets of 20 here. Don't rush through this. Get a nice squeeze at the top on those shrugs. You'll be surprised, you'll feel it start to burn in your traps. Okay, next is the banded squat. Now we can do a front squat and a back squat I'll start with the front squat. I really like this to help improve your hang clean as to getting used to that front rack position. All right, make sure you bend your knees down to get under the band. Elbows nice and high, down low, explode up. Again, usually do sets of 15 to 20. This forces you to keep your elbows up in the squat position. Get nice and deep on these squats too. Since we don't have a lot of weight, we can work on our flexibility. Now, getting into the back squat. Okay, make sure the band is right where you would put a barbell on your back. You don't want it up high on your neck. You're gonna stand up, okay? Make sure the band's on the outside of your legs. I usually just hold my hands together, or you can put your hands here on the band. I think it's easier to hold your hands this way. You can get some squat work in. You do a couple sets of 20 on that. Trust me, your legs will be shaking. Okay, next, one of my all-time favorite lower back exercises is the banded good morning. Same setup as the squat. Make sure the band is on your lower traps. Okay, you're gonna have a slight knee bend here, about a 10-degree knee bend, and you're gonna push your butt back as far as you can go. Okay? For those of you that have any lower back, hamstring tightness, this is one of my go-to exercises for getting loose. Again, sets of 15 to 20 here. Nice and slow. Really push your butt back as far as you can go. Okay, that's the banded good morning. Okay, next is a RDL, banded RDL, short for Romanian deadlift. Okay, same, again, depending on the resistance, you could stand on the whole band or just half of it. You're gonna have that slight knee bend, same kind of movement pattern as a good morning. I'm gonna push my butt back, pull. Push my butt back, pull. This is a posterior chain exercise. You should feel it in your lower back, your hamstrings, okay? Great movement to strengthen your posterior chain. Nice and slow here. Okay, we're not rushing through the movement. All right, okay. Now those are all the exercises that you can do, not needing to attach your band to anything. If you have a bar or something or a post, I'm gonna go through some exercises you can do with that. Luckily I have a pull-up bar, so we can attach the bar, okay? And while I'm in the middle of this, if you have a pull-up bar, I highly recommend you're hitting pull-ups and chin-ups as often as possible, as those are one of the greatest exercises you can do. And you can use a band to do those too. You can put the band around your knee, okay? And you could do band-resisted pull-ups and chin-ups. For those of you that are a little bigger, for those of you that are unable to do a body weight chin. The next exercise is the tricep push-down. Okay? Hopefully you guys can see me from back there. All right? This is one of my favorite tricep strengthening movements. All right, again, we want to get a big squeeze at the bottom as we push the band down. Okay? This could be a replacement for dips. Okay? Again, make sure you're squeezing at the bottom. You will feel your triceps start to burn after this. Next is the banded face pull, a great upper back exercise. Okay, you're going to grab the band, all right? You're going to pull it right above your eyebrows, back slow. Again, get a big squeeze at the top. All right, you'll feel it in your upper back, okay? Next, all right, a rowing variation we can do is a seated lat pull down. Okay, you can sit on the floor, or if you have a bench, you can use a bench, and you're going to do a lat pull. Again, get a big squeeze at the bottom. Don't rush the movement. Okay? Now, from a medium post, okay, we can do some various activities. Okay, from a medium post, all right, if we put it here, all right, we can do another row variation where we're pulling. Let me stand here so you guys can see a little better. All right, you can do where you loop your hand around, and you can do one arm rows. Okay, big squeeze. It's a great exercise right there. Let me get my chart. I feel like I'm missing one. Okay, one of my favorite core exercises is I just call these wood choppers. Okay, works your obliques. You're going to want to set the band about a little bit higher than waist level. You're going to take your lead hand around the band, and your opposite hand goes on top of it. Okay, you're going to set your feet up. On the way back, nice and slow. Again, hit 10 or 15 of those each side, and you'll feel it in your obliques. Also, we can do oblique band lockouts. I usually hold it for 3 seconds. You really feel that in your abdominals. Okay, last one. If you want to get some plyometric jumping in, this is a really great exercise. Okay, attach it to the top if you have a bar that you can use. All right, and you're going to put the band down around your arms. Make sure that it's under your armpits. Okay. All right, you're going to do plyometric jumps. Okay, ready? Okay. Again, sets of 15 to 20 there. Should do the trick. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the band demonstration video. Keep staying after it, man. I'm telling you, if you hit this band stuff, you'll be surprised. You can get a really solid workout in. I know a lot of you guys are itching to get back to the weights, but I'm telling you, if you don't have a band, if you got some spare change, invest in a good band if you're serious about athletics. Okay? Now, we'll go through quickly our banded stretching routine that we do. All right. I'm going to move this down so you can see a little better. All right. Now this is something that you guys should be doing every single day. Every single day. Okay. All right. You got to pay attention to your flexibility. I'm telling you this as a former player who played in college. All right. You got to pay attention to your body. I recommend you take your shoes off for this. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to loop the band around your foot, all right, nice and secure. You're going to put your opposite foot under your calf for support. First thing is forward ankle flexion. Okay, go for about, really, 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, now we're going to do circles, all right, same thing. 30 seconds, 15, 30 seconds, and we'll go the opposite direction. I'm obviously speeding this up for the demonstration. Okay, we always start with the ankles. We start from the ground up. All right, now we'll do side-to-side flexion. Okay, but don't forget to stretch your ankles out. Okay, next you're going to lay back. Okay, you're going to pull your foot to your chest. All right. Pull it in as tight as you can. All right, and I would hold that for a minimum of 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, next thing we do, we put the band behind our heads. All right, our legs are straight. And from here, I just pull on the sides of the band, and I pull my leg back as far as I can go. Now for me, I like to hold this stretch for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, 30 seconds is usually not enough. This helps stretch your lower back, your hamstrings out. Okay, from this point on, we'll do 10 to 15 leg kicks. Okay, a little further each time. All right, next stretch we're going to do is we're going to take our leg out to the side. All right, you're going to put the band, lay back, put the band behind your head. Okay, lay back. This is a great stretch right here. One of my favorites. Stretches the hips out, the hamstrings, the back. Focus on keeping your legs straight. Relax, make sure you're breathing. Okay, next. Again, I'm speeding these up for the demonstration. Next, you're going to go across your body. Focus on keeping your shoulder blades down, your legs straight. This is a great stretch for the lower back. Okay, last one is you're going to go on your stomach. Okay. Now the way we do this is we lift our hips up. More of a hip stretch. Okay? And try to hold your hips up as high as you can. But you can also, to stretch your knee out and to stretch your quad out, is you can just pull on the band. And this is one of my favorite stretches, just to get my knee stretched out, is I'll hold it here, I'll relax for a little bit, and then I'll put some more tension on. And I usually hold this for about a minute. Okay? All right. So there you have it. Went through some band exercises, went through some band stretches. I hope you guys found this video useful. Keep at it, man. Keep after it. All right? Keep putting the work in. All right? Are you putting the work in when no one is watching? Okay, that's the question. There's no excuses to be made. You can make all the excuses you want. Well, I didn't have equipment. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. That's, find a way. Find a way to get it done. There's no excuses. So stay after it. All right? Good luck, everybody.